It is more similar to Austria than it is to Serbia in the demographics and the living standard, meaning that Austria is a fairly nice place to live, so is Slovenia. Serbia, if you go there, is kind of sketch. People call Belgrade, the capital, Gotham City because it feels like Gotham City. But Slovenia is actually a very nice, peaceful, mountainous country with these cute people who live in villages, and then they live in these cute cities. I mean, it really is very picturesque. And we always had a nice apartment to live in, fairly nice. I mean, there's some decrepit ones, but that's typical. And the overall people are not very much inclined toward harassing you. We did have that happen as sisters quite often, but I mean, quite often means 3 or 4 times on my mission. I think if you were in Brazil, it would be 3 or 4 times a day. So that's a big difference, right? And I really felt like there was a sense of safety throughout the whole country. I think it's rated as the 8th most peaceful country in the whole world. Sometimes I think it's also gotten listed as the 1st most peaceful country in the whole world, which annoys the teenagers there because they're like, what do we have to do? Nothing. But for missionaries, it's great. There's no problem with that at all. So missionaries don't get cars in the mission. At least we didn't when I was there. I wanted a car so badly because we were limited by transportation from the city, which often in a couple of the cities there are buses, but the buses are fairly unreliable. In Maribor and Ljubljana, you can actually use them reliably, which is the capital. But in Celje, you don't actually get any kind of transportation. You walk everywhere. And the city is small enough that you can walk across the whole city in 40 minutes. Even though it's the 3rd largest city in the country, this is a small country, 2 million people. So it's the size of New Jersey. So it's a really not that bad not to have a car, but that meant we never really went into the villages much unless we just decided to trapeze across the hill in sort of Sound of Music-esque style. But mostly we didn't do that. So we would end up tracked in the same places over and over again because we couldn't really get out of the cities. We also took trains everywhere that we went. When we weren't in the city, we would take trains. We would take a train down to Zagreb for all of the meetings that we had, which is a 4-hour ride. But it's a gorgeous ride, so I loved it. I loved going on the train. Or on P days, we would often take the train down to from Maribor to Celje, which is up the mountain, so we could climb up to the castle there. There are more castles per capita in Slovenia than there are in any other country. So it's just another castle. But they're fun. You might as well hike up to them. And there's more forest in Slovenia than there is in any other country per the ratio. I think 80% of the whole country is forest. So that's pretty cool. But overall, it's really a safe, nice, pleasant country and nothing like the rest of the mission. It's like a little bubble.